All right, y'all, I haven't talked about this yet, but DJ Envy of the Breakfast Club has found himself in the middle of a Ponzi scheme, a real life Ponzi scheme. And it's crazy. I didn't talk about it at first, but after the feds came up to iHeartRadio allegedly, trying to procure some documentation, trying to see if DJ Envy was involved, or trying to see what was going on with the whole situation, because DJ Envy's business partner, Cesar Pina, has been locked up for scamming people. And this whole situation is crazy. If y'all ever seen Cesar Pina, look at, and I'm not even trying to be funny, for real. Look at Cesar Pina and DJ Envy in those videos trying to talk about real estate, because they were involved in the real estate game, right? Look at Cesar Pina and how he's dressed. I wouldn't believe a goddamn thing Cesar Pina talking about when it comes to housing. And I know you can never judge a book by its cover, and sometimes looks can be deceiving, but no, dog. The brother out here, he got the swag of a plumber, okay? And just out here talking about he doing all this. I mean, his swag is worse than a plumber. It's worse than a plumber, okay? The man got on size 52 jeans, and it's just nothing on him matching. None of his clothes matches, nothing. It just looked crazy. And I'm looking at this who the hell was believing him and what he was doing? But it's easy to believe him, especially when you got the backing of a DJ Envy. And that's where Envy is getting pulled into lawsuits and stuff, right? Because people feel like DJ Envy promoting Cesar Pina and their business gave it legitimacy. People would believe that Cesar Pina was legitimate because DJ Envy was backing it. And DJ Envy is working for a prominent radio station, a hip-hop radio station that is like politicians come on there. Everybody, they have Sarah Charlemagne on all these different political platforms, all these different, everybody comes through the Breakfast Club. That everybody who's somebody comes through there for the most part, right? And so they we're looking at the reputation of the Breakfast Club show. We didn't think they would ever want to defame their show. So we Envy was backing him, and he was the one leading or, giving Cesar Pina and their business credibility. Come to find out, Cesar Pina was out here taking money from investors to pay other investors, right? Like just taking people money. People investing in property. He not building up the property. They supposed to be having properties built. Nothing is being built. He lying to them, talking about this in the works. It's in the works. They go to see the properties. It's still an empty, vacant lot where nothing has been done on it. Cesar just collecting their bread. He dressing in all the designer, all the fly clothes. Him and his wife. And it's looking shaky, it's looking shifty. And people hold on. So now they move into sue. DJ Envy is now trying to separate himself, saying, I had no idea. If Cesar was taking money, that's on Cesar. I had no idea about it. I was not aware of it at all. He even claims that Cesar owes him, $500,000. Well, people well, if Cesar owes you this money, DJ Envy, why are you not suing Cesar Pina? Why are you not suing him? If he owes you money, if he's in debt to you, why are you not suing him like everybody else is doing? And Envy's lawyer is hey, he has a right at any time to do that. Basically, she's trying to handle all these other things going on with legal, his name being tied to this company in legal matters. He's trying to handle that. And so he's too busy to try to deal with, I'm paraphrasing, but he's too busy to try to deal with the, to try to go and sue Cesar Pina right now, right? But Envy is suing Tony the Closer, though. And I'm huh? He's suing Tony the Closer, who used to be on $1 Million Worth of Game with Gillian Wallow. He's suing Tony the Closer for defamation because Tony the Closer was out here saying that, hey, Envy and his boy is out here scamming people. They scheming people. And this is the thing. Envy saying he ain't got nothing to do with it, but it does look shaky when you don't. I got to admit, it does look shaky when you don't sue the person who owes you $500,000. And I guess if you still want to be your boy, that's your boy, you don't want to have to come down on him. Okay, cool. But people going to have questions about that. My thing is this. Envy got into business with him. And I remember him. I watched this interview. Last year, I believe. DJ Envy talking to Mano. And because I would watch Envy's podcast a lot because honestly, I'm going to be real. I follow DJ Envy on Instagram. I admire his family life and how he was all about his kids and how he was, he was more than just a DJ. He had his hand in a little bit of everything. He was all about, attaining generational wealth and being able to do things for your family and wife and aspire to live a nice, lavish life, but at the same time, maintain a loving family base. So I was all in on it. I loved it. I love to see that image of a black man doing this thing with his family. But I remember him talking to Envy talking to Mano and talking about how Cesar learned about real estate in jail. Now I hate because I got cousins that's been locked up. They gonna be on this channel. I got an uncle that been locked up. He gonna be on this channel, right? I'm not trying to be funny or denigrating the people that's been in jail, brother. I'm not taking no advice from somebody learning real estate in prison. I'm not. Now, to each his own. I'm sure there's brilliant minds in there. But if you learned about real estate in jail, like, listen, criminals have a certain type of mind. They can be very clever. They can be very manipulative in ways. And so I'm wondering, I'm going to be looking at it with skepticism. Are you using some manipulation tactics? Or is there some type of like finesse going on in this? Is it a scammer type of situation going on? Because they have brilliant scammer minds, a lot of them, right? And I'm going to be looking at it with a shifty eye, like, you in prison, dog? And he talked about it like it was nothing. He learned about it in prison, you know? And, you know, when I'm talking to Envy said, this came out of his mouth. These are the words that came out of his mouth. He say, when I'm talking to, he was like, you know, I'm talking to Cesar. He like, why you spending your money? You spend other people's money to get, you know, to invest in a property or something like that, right? And I was like, something about that, don't use your money, spend other people's money, sounds a little fishy. Especially when, you know, he's taking money from investors to pay other investors. You know what I mean? I don't know. Something about it just sounded like, I don't know. But still, I wasn't really like looking at it, oh, it was a scam. I really wasn't like, I wasn't sold that it was a scam then, right? I wasn't, you know, but now it's looking crazy because Cesar Pina, I remember one of the dudes was basically, I forgot what news platform this was on. He was like, he came to Cesar like, yo, I want my money back. I want my money back. Cesar gave him some jewelry worth like, what was the jewelry worth? $200,000 or something he said, or something like that. Hold this and I'll get you your money then, or something like that, or whatever. But it's just like all type of scheming, scammy, jail type ways and shit like that. And I'm like, yeah, Cesar is a schemer and scammer for real. And then, you know, in the wake of all this situation happening, Envy's wife clears out her Instagram of all the lavish gifts she's got. Because they used to do 25 days of Christmas, Envy and his wife, giving each other gifts for 25 days, lavish gifts. It looked beautiful. It looked like tokens of love and all of that. And I ain't gonna lie, it looked fly. It looked dope, right? It did. But something I did always kind of think like, but I'm not trying to be a hater when I say this. I used to be like, but keep in mind, I know some people don't stunt like other people do, but Envy seems to have more money than Charlemagne and Ye now, right? And Charlemagne have his hand in every single pot. Radio, like TV, radio, all of the type of business ventures it seemed to be. And it seemed like Envy had more bread than all of them, like he was ultra caked up. And I'm like, damn, this real estate game, Envy gotta be killing it because he got every type of luxury car you can think of, all that. You know what I mean? But turns out this whole situation was a Ponzi scheme. Okay, it sounds like some shit off Power Book 2 where Tariq was in with Weston Holdings. All right? But anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand. So, you know, when you look at all this stuff going on, I'm like, wow, this shit looks really, really crazy now. Especially when you like, when Envy talks in the same interview with Mano, he's telling how he tried to get his Desert Storm brothers involved, right? He tried to get DJ Clue, he tried to get Fab and all them involved in the real estate game. They basically told him, no, they wasn't interested. Fab said, I'll call you back. You know that move. I'll call you back and never call back. Clue kept it a buck. It's not for me. It's not my thing, right? He called Joe Budden. Joe Budden say, hey, yo, that is a Ponzi scheme. Y'all all going to jail. Ironically, in this situation, Joe Budden was the voice of reason. He was telling the truth because right now, Cesar is in jail and Envy is trying to get the lawyers to see that he has no part in any of it. He has no dealings with any of it at all. But it's just crazy to see, man. You know Rick Ross and Funkmaster Flex, longtime rival Funkmaster Flex at Hot 97, Power 105, that whole beef right there. And Funk Flex used to be like, I guess, going at Clue, and Envy loves Clue like that's his brother. Clue put him on in ways that he could never get put on again. And so he swears by Clue. And so he was protecting Clue, and him and Funkmaster Flex got into it, whatever. So from them having that long stemming beef, and then the beef between Ross and the damn car show with Envy, they having a field day on Envy right now. You know, and You know, hopefully Envy proves to have no type of involvement in none of this. I'm hoping so, you know, but yeah, it looked crazy. It looks absolutely crazy. But I'm looking at Cesar Pina. My man got on parachute pants. Nothing on him match. Got the swag of Mr. Krabs. The swag of a the swag of a minimum wage plumber. I was like, yo, you in a video trying to talking about business and housing and real estate, and you just look like you just hopped up out the bed and threw any old thing on, threw the closest shit next to you on, right? Like your 2-year-old daughter picked out your outfit, all right? Picked out your outfit from the store where your shit is too big. It looked crazy. And I'm looking like, yeah, I ain't buying no clothes from dude. I mean, not buying no clothes. I ain't going into business. I would never go into business with dude, especially when he talk about how he learned this and that and all this in jail. I'm like, and then we gotta see what, I don't know what Cesar was in jail for, but if it was some scamming type shit, hey, nah, come on now, come on. But yeah, Envy is in hot water with this situation. We'll see what comes out of it, but people looking at Envy shifty. Feel like you was stealing from not from your people, because really it was not really black folks involved in this. They like, yo, you was stealing from folks. But then some people looking like, well, y'all should have saw the signs from the beginning. But sometimes, man, people just get got because people can speak well. They can sell folks over. People can be extremely convincing, especially when they have a dude like DJ Envy behind them. And Envy has been into real estate for so long. And Envy talk a good game, like he know what he's talking about. And Cesar probably do the same thing. And, you know, Envy probably know a lot of stuff about real estate for sure. But it sounds good. And when you hear from him, you think it's some people that value celebrities so much, they just take their word for whatever they say. They take everything for face value. This celebrity said this. They are of this radio station. They are big. They big time. They got a lot of money. They have what they're saying has to be true. And that goes all into the celebrity worship and how people just take everything celebrities say as like fact. And they don't check in it for themselves. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.